All right. Good evening, guys. Are you able to hear me, guys? Everyone who's there live with me, quick confirmation. Good evening, Anant. Good evening, everyone. Great. Quick, guys. Okay, I see Ananta's message. Okay, are you guys able to hear me? See the screen? Okay, today we're going to look at the arrangement-based CAT puzzles. Can I have some quick responses? Can I have some quick responses? Okay, just a minute. Let me have a quick check if you guys. Great. Good evening. Okay. Good evening, Sanjeev. Good evening, Sumit. Everyone. Chalo, let's get started off, guys. Okay. I think there's some issues with the camera on my side, so I'm not able to put it on today. But never mind. Okay. Let us start off. Okay, because arrangement is one of those puzzle sets which is usually considered very easy. Okay, which is usually considered very easy by a lot of students. So let us see. Okay, that is it that we should always generalize that arrangement is going to be easy, or can we expect some very tricky kind of sets also? Okay, so this is a moderate level. I would not say very difficult. Okay, but it is definitely not easy. Okay, this should not be the first set that you should take. Okay, so this is a moderate level of set that we're going to look at today. Okay, people who have joined us just now in these live sessions. Okay, this is just information for all of them that we have this 45 days CAT marathon session which are going on right now. Okay, which is 2 cycles of CAT marathon. Okay, and you see we have specific days. Okay, that we keep for verbal. Okay, for LRDI, for cons. Okay, specific days. Okay, tomorrow, by the way, we know that every week, every Sunday, we have a live mock discussion. So I've already announced it. Okay, that we're going to have mock discussion on the second mock. Okay, we are going to have that tomorrow evening. Okay, which is going to start at 7 p.m. Okay, you will get the update on our WhatsApp groups. Live doubt clearing, which is also going to be tomorrow. Okay, other than that, okay, we have just winded up for the first week, but people, in case you missed on the first week of sessions, okay, you can still start off from here, because we are going to repeat this entire cycle, okay, again. So you are not going to miss any of the sessions. You can reach out to all the faculties, okay, and the mentors in the WhatsApp group, which is given there in the description. Okay, towards the end, we will also have a 25 days CAT revision marathon. Okay, so all of this is part of this program. Chalo, let me start off with the set. Okay, now this is the question in front of you guys. Okay, let's have a quick read on this. Okay, you have a 25. Okay, what is written here? Okay, there are 25 colored beads are arranged to be arranged in a grid comprising of 5 rows, 5 columns. Okay, so for your convenience, okay, I have already made this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows are there. Okay, I have already made this table. This table was not given to you in the question. Okay, this is on the actual CAT paper that we are looking at right now. Okay, each cell in the grid must contain exactly 1 bead. Okay, obviously there are going to be 25 cells, 5 into 5, 25, and there are 25 okay colored beads as well. Okay, so each bead is colored with either red, blue, or green. So you have 3 different types of beads. Okay, remember that. Total beads are how many? 25. These 25 can be of 3 types. One is red, one is blue, okay, one is green. 3 type of colors are there. While arranging the beads along any of the 5 rows or any of the 5 columns, the rules given below are to be followed. Okay, so these are some rules which they have given you. Okay, 25 beads, these 3 colors, 25 cells. Okay, every cell 1 bead is what we know. Perfect. So let's go ahead. Okay. And meanwhile, people who are there, okay, please click on the like button. Okay. So that we can reach out to more people with these live sessions that we are taking to solve actual CAT questions. Okay. Just a request. Okay. Please click on the like button. All right. Going ahead with this question. 2 adjacent beads, okay, along same row or column are always or different. What does it mean? That means if you have a blue color here, you cannot have a blue here. You cannot have a blue here. Okay, that means this can be what? Okay, like say even you cannot have a blue here. This can be either red or green. Okay, so we are very clear that 2 adjacent beads along same row or column. By the way, guys, okay, you should also see in a particular table like this, you have something called as row, you have something called as column, and then you have also something called as diagonal. Have they till now told you anything about diagonal arrangement? No, they've only told you about the same row column. Okay, so nothing mentioned about the diagonal part. This is very crucial because a lot of time people will not focus on that. So two adjacent beads are along the same row column will always be of different colors. So if you have red here, you cannot have a red here, you cannot have a red here, but you can have a red here. Remember this. Okay, that's the first part, okay, of the arrangement, okay, of this set that I'm telling you. There is at least one green bead between any two blue beads, okay, along the same row or column. Okay, now this is very important again, okay, because the second clue, okay, that means there's at least one green between any two blue beads along same row column. That means if there is blue here, there cannot be blue here, there can be blue here, but between this there has to be at least one green, okay. It can be like this. Similarly, there's a blue here, okay, there has to be a green here. Okay, if there is a blue here, there has to be a green here. That's what the second rule is telling me. Okay, chalo, great. Second part is also clear. There is at least one blue and at least one green. So it is and, guys, it is not or. Okay, it is and. That means both the things should happen. One blue and one green bead between any two red beads along the same row or column. Okay, all right. So this is again an important clue to be observed here. How is this going to be followed? Okay, let us see. Between any two red beads, that means if one is red, okay, the other red can be here because there is going to be one blue and one green. That means here either blue or green is coming. Okay, and here also either green or blue is coming. What does it mean? This means that between two reds in a row, there should always be a gap of 2 cells. Everyone, okay. Similarly, if I put in a column wise, there should be a gap of 2 cells like this. Okay, if I'm putting a red here, there should be a gap of 2 cells. Remember that. So it is all in the row or column. Again, here you can have a red, okay, because diagonally there is no condition given to you for diagonal things. For diagonal arrangement, there is no condition given to you. All right, everyone with me? Okay, are you guys clear with these 3 conditions, the 3 restrictions, okay, that they have given us? Okay, are you guys all clear with this? Okay, because if you see, okay, let me also ask you guys here one more thing. Okay, meanwhile, if you are clear with this thing, put a quick yes in the chat. Okay, I would want to see yes, okay, from a lot of people here. If you guys are clear with what I have told you for these 3 conditions till now. One good point to be observed, okay, which I always say in my live sessions, okay, whenever I take a puzzle set, okay, what do I tell you? I always tell you about how to identify a direct, okay, or an indirect clue. Based on a direct clue and an indirect clue is where you are going to decide whether the puzzle set is easy or difficult, right? Can you guys tell me here, do we have any direct clue till now? I mean, I am not going into the individual questions, but till now in the main set, do you have any direct clue here? Yes or no? What do you think? What do you think? Do we have any direct clue here? Yes or no, guys? Do we have any direct clue? No, we don't have any direct clue because all these 3 conditions which is given to you, there can be many ways to plot it. There can be definitely many ways to plot it. Okay, so right now I don't have one specific direct clue. There is not even any specific direct clue. All the clues are indirect. So definitely this set does not become the set, okay, which you should do the first set. Okay, this should never be the first set. Remember, guys. Okay, that's being very clear. This is from the CAT paper. Okay, this is from the last year CAT paper only, CAT 2020. And this set should have not been the first set. Okay, I hope I'm making this point very clear, okay, to all the people of how to figure out also which sets are easy, okay, which sets are not that easy, and then go ahead. Okay, perfect. Now we have this condition that the total number of possible configurations using beads of only 2 colors. Only 2 colors. Okay, firstly you have red, you have blue, and you have green. You have these 3 colors, right? Now when they are telling you only 2 colors, that means what can be the combination? It can be red blue, it can be red green, and it can be blue green, right? These can be the 3 combinations. Now tell me guys here, I would want to hear it from you. Okay, I'm putting numbers for convenience, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 combinations, okay, that we can have of 2 colors. Out of which of these 3 will be the one that we can plot here? Can you guys tell me? Anyone? Should we pick up 1, 2, 3, or you think that sir all 3 is valid? Remember the conditions that we have done here. Okay, these 3 conditions that we have done. Okay, remember that. All right. Ananta says, sir, it should be 3 here. Okay. Good one, Ananta. Good one, Surya. Okay, good one. Okay, it should be 3. The reason that it's 3, because if you're putting a red, let's say if you pick up 1, okay, if you pick up red, okay, here also you'll put red, but between the reds you need green and blue. Do you have that here in 1? You don't have that. Okay, let us look at point number 2. Okay, again you will put a red here, you will put a red here. You need again a green and blue. Do you have that? You don't have that. Okay, so it is very clear. It is very clear from this. Okay, that you cannot use. Okay, point number 1 and 2. Okay, Sanjeev. Okay, I'll come to that question for but for now, let us focus on what I'm doing right now. Are you clear with what we have done? Okay, we have discarded the first case and the second case. Okay, are you clear with that? Okay, Sanjeev. Ananta, because if you read take it, perfect. All right. Sumita, third one. Okay, sir, not understanding. Shubham, you need to be a little more specific. Okay, I'm not sure whether you have joined in from the very beginning or not. Okay, because these 3 conditions are important to be understood. If you have understood these 3 conditions, okay, which I've explained, okay, then we can take it forward. Okay, Sanjeev, are you guys clear with this? Put a quick comment out there. It is very clearly given. Okay, I'm just repeating it for some people I think who have joined in late. Okay, I'm just repeating it for those people. What is these conditions telling me here? Okay, these conditions are telling me. Okay, these conditions are telling me. All right. Okay, great. Let us understand. What is this condition telling me? The first condition is telling me that no 2 adjacent beads, okay, will be there in the same row or column. Okay, are always of different colors. Okay. 2 adjacent are always of different. So you cannot have a blue, you cannot have a red, not possible. Okay, in same row. Okay, like say you cannot have a red like this. Okay, this is the first thing, Shubham. Okay, that I have explained. Okay, first condition. Shubham, are you clear with the first condition? Put a quick yes there. Okay, Sanjeev, are you clear with the first condition? Put a quick yes, guys. Okay, so that I can move ahead. All right, perfect. Then there is at least 1 green bead between any 2 blue beads along same row or column. Okay, at least 1 green, okay, between any 2 blue. So if you have like this, you have green in between. Perfect. Okay, do you see this? If there is 2 blues, okay, you have 1 green between them. That's what it is telling. Shivam, okay, Sanjeev, look at this. There is at least 1 green bead between any 2 blue beads. So there are 2 blue beads, there has to be 1 green between that. All right. Okay. Similarly, if you put, like say, blue here, there has to be a green between that. Good one, Shubham. Good one. All right. So we're clear with the second point. Okay, we're clear with the first point. Okay. And then the third point, what is the third point telling? The third point is telling there is at least 1 blue and at least 1 green between any 2 red beads. Okay, in the same row or column. That means if you have a red here, if you have a red here, okay, there has to be a blue or a green here. Okay, there can be a blue or a green here. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means that between 2 reds, you need 2 gaps. You need 2 cells. Okay. Between 2 reds, you need 2 gaps. Between 2 blues, you need 1 gap. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? All right. This is the condition that is given to us with regards to blue, with regards to red. All of you with me? All right. Great. So Sumit says, sir, do we have total 2 configuration right from 2 colors? Good one, Sumit. Good one. Good one, Sumit. Okay. So if I go ahead, okay, this question, if you see now, the question is saying that total number of possible configurations using beads of only 2 colors. What does it mean? What does it mean? You have blue green is 1 combination, red blue is 1 combination, red green is 1 combination. But I cannot pick up these 2 combinations. What is the reason? Because between 2 reds, okay, the two gaps that you have will have either blue or green or blue or green. Do you have here blue here? You don't have. So that is not possible. Okay, in this case, do you have green? You don't have green. Even this is not possible. Sanjeev and Shubham, are you guys with me? Everyone with me. Okay, everyone. So you will have to use this case only. Everyone, are you guys clear with this? Are you guys clear with this? Okay. All right. Okay. We're moving ahead accordingly. Okay. I think this part makes sense. Okay. And everyone is clear with this. And on that note, if we look at the cases possible, okay, how many conditions can be possible here? If you put, okay, if you put a blue here, let's say for that matter, okay, you know that you can put a blue here, okay, and between blue you need a green. Similarly, you can put a blue here, you can put a green here. Now, this combination of blue, green can continue, right? This can continue like this. So this combination is one combination where you start off this with blue, okay? So you have one combination where you start off this with blue and do this kind of a plot. So you have one combination like this. What can be the other combination? Where I start this with green. So I have a blue here, I have a blue here, and then I have green between them. Perfect. Similarly, I can have a blue here. Okay, I can have a blue here. Okay, and between this is going to be green. So how many combinations, guys? How many combinations? One combination starts with green. The second combination starts with blue, right? So the answer for this is two combinations. Everyone with me? Everyone. Okay. Dhairya, other people, Ananta, Kanika. All right, everyone with me. Seema, are you guys clear with this? What are we doing? Perfect. Great. I see people answering this. All right. So go ahead. Okay, let us look at more questions that we have on this. Okay, let us look at more questions. Second question. What is the maximum possible number of red beads that can appear? Maximum possible. Okay. Why is this question? Okay, because if you know, between red, okay, you need two gaps. Okay, and these two gaps can be what? Can be of blue or green. Now tell me here, one point I gave you in the beginning part, that here the condition is given to you about row. Here the condition is given to you about column. Do you have any condition for the diagonal? Any condition for diagonal? No condition for diagonal. That means if I put like this, I can put red like this. Right? I can put red like this. Okay. Now, if I can put red like this, I know, okay, I know that the condition which is given to me is that between two R's in a row, there has to be a gap of 2. Okay. Similarly, here, if you see, there has to be a gap of 2. Okay. Here, I cannot have a red here. I cannot have a red here. I cannot have, because between two reds in a row or column, there has to be a gap of 2. Perfect. Okay. So if you see, this is done. All right. Let me see column wise. Here I can make one more red. Okay. So this is possible. And here I can make one more red. Do you guys see this? So what I've done, because the condition was for row and column, but no condition for diagonal. And that's why if you see the space between any two R in a column or a row is 2. Do you see that? There are two gaps. There are two gaps. Between any two R's, okay, there are two gaps. So how many of total R do we have, like red beads? If you see, this is 5. Okay, 5 and 2, 7, 7 and 2, 9. So there are a total of 9 beads. Okay, good one, guys. Good one. Good to see the response. All right, everyone. Any doubts here, by the way? So you guys can take a screenshot of the solution that I'm making. But by any chance, if you see, sir, no, how did you do like that? Why didn't we do the row wise and column wise and check it like that? Understand what was my condition? My condition was given to me was maximizing. Okay, my condition here was maximizing. So if someone tells me, so if I do it like this. If I do it like this, okay, in this row, okay, I have what, like these two R's have come. I cannot get an R here. Okay, in this case, in this row, I cannot get an R. Here I cannot get an R. Here I cannot get an R. Here I cannot get an R. But I can definitely get an R here. Okay, so you have to think in this question. Remember that, okay, the arrangement part, you have to think in different ways. One was the row side that we have seen, one is the column wise, which conditions were mentioned, but diagonal wise, no condition is mentioned. Great, everyone. Okay, I hope you guys are clear with this. All right, and the second question is, the answer for this is 9. Let us look at one more question. What is the minimum number of blue beads in any configuration? Minimum number, okay? You need the minimum number of blue beads. How do you figure out that? If you have to minimize bead, the blue bead, in short, you have to maximize red, you have to maximize green, right, guys? Because that is the simple concept of minimizing and maximizing. That's a simple concept of minimizing and maximizing. If you have to minimize something, you have to maximize the other thing. Right? Good one. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Shubham. Okay, whatever your doubt is, you can push it. Okay, Sanjeev. Sequence doesn't allow. So here what happens? Okay, what is the minimum number of blue beads? Okay, the maximum number of red and green is what can happen. So I have just checked out here. What is the maximum number of red? Okay, the maximum number of red that we can have is 9. That you just see. If you have the maximum, we know here that between this case, one is going to be blue and one is going to be green. Because my job is to minimize. So what should I put here? What should I put here? I will put obviously green because I want to minimize blue. So I will not put blue here. I'll not put blue here. Similarly, here also I have to put a blue and green. But this is extra, so I can put a green here. Okay. Here in these two cases, I will have to put a let's say a blue here, okay, because it's already green. Okay, so I have to put a green here. Okay, that I can put here. All right, between this, okay, I have to put a blue. Okay, I'll have to put a green here. That is done. Okay, now between these two reds in the row, okay, again I'll have to put a blue. Okay, I have to put a green here. Okay, that needs to be done. Okay, and here again, because this is extra, I can put a what? Okay, I can put a blue here because there are between two reds. I need one blue and one green. Okay, so I need a blue here again. Perfect. Between these two, you need a blue, you need a green. This is also happening. Here, this is extra. So extra, I will put green. Why green? Because I need to minimize blue. Okay. So if we move another direction diagonally, it is one and the same thing, Sanjeev. You move the diagonal direction, okay, one side or the other side, it is one the same thing. Okay. You cannot move both the diagonals. Okay, if you are asking for the previous question, okay, in this case you cannot move the other case, because if you will put, let's say if you're putting like this, you'll have to bring an R here, and you cannot have same two R's like this. So you cannot have like this. So at a time, Sanjeev, you can move for one diagonal only. Okay, I hope it makes sense, guys, every one of you. Great. All right, Sanjeev. Perfect. So in this case, if you see, the main idea was that if it is minimizing blue, you need to maximize green and red. So maximizing red, okay, is what we have already done before. So based on that, okay, based on that is what I am doing right now. Okay, is where I am going to maximize red first. And once I maximize red, then I will put blue and green between two reds. And wherever I have extra, I'll put one green. All of you. Okay. Now, if I have to count the minimum number of blue, how many blues do I have? 1 blue, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you have a total of 7 blue. Perfect. Everyone clear with this, guys? All right, everyone with me? Everyone clear with this? All right, so these, if you see the arrangement set here, okay, it is more of thinking on different lines, okay, with regards to the row wise, the column wise, and the diagonal kind of arrangement. Okay, and this, yes, because the clues are not direct in this case. Okay, people who are not clear with the direct and indirect clue, okay, you can see my previous videos, okay, my previous live sessions. Okay, I will also take more live sessions. I can explain you in that. Okay, as of now, I have another session to start at 9. Okay, so we'll have to stop it here, guys. Okay, so you guys can meanwhile focus, understand the difference in the thinking, okay, that you have to think a different part of diagonal also. Okay, great. Thanks a lot, guys. That's all that I had today. Okay, all the best. Bye-bye.